Hey guys, Cromwell602 coming to you guys today with a primer video, just a video to sort of introduce you to a bunch of primers and let you know my thoughts on them, and just a video about primers. Like, you probably see someone put a primer on in your early YouTube-ness and you're like, what do you need a primer for? Well, that's what this video is for. So if I get questions on what I have on my lips, it's two inexpensive liquid lipsticks. One is called a lip lacquer by Ruby Kisses, and as you guys can see, it's on its last leg. Like, I broke the tip, and it's in True Blood, this color. And this one is a no-name one that's like $1.23 from eBay. I got like a lot of them for 12 something, and I want to say there was like 10 or 11 of them. But yeah, that's this. So I mixed the two, and I have beautiful red lips because I got something going on with my eye. So I just did super heavy liner and big lashes to sort of hide the puffy eye. This one, if you guys see my last video, I had a ton of glitter. I never wear glitter, and I feel like something with the glitter that I had on my eyes just completely irritated it. So this one's like super like lazy and swollen, so I've been I'm hiding it. You guys didn't even know. Anyway, so if you are new to makeup, or you are in makeup but you don't use a primer, let me tell you what a primer is for. A primer it's for your eyeshadow to last longer, for your eyeshadow not to crease, and it also helps correct a problem that you may have on your lid. So like, if you have dry lids, then you can get a more emollient primer, and if you have shiny lids or oily lids, you can get a more drying primer that will help, to correct those issues. But for the most part, a primer is a base that you put on your eye before you lay down any eyeshadow that helps your colors to be vibrant, decreased, and to stick. So I'm going to go into just so if you are new to makeup, I suggest researching primers and also researching your eyelids. Like, if your eyeshadow always creases, then you definitely want something that, is non-creasing, which most of them are. But is it creasing because you have oily lids? Because you're going to want a more drying primer. Or do you have really dry lids and everything sort of sticks and it's really patchy on your lid? Then you're going to want something a little more creamy. So I actually have... for the most part, no, it depends. In the winter, I can have really dry lids, and in the summer, I can have kind of shiny lids. So it just honestly just depends. So we're just going to get right into a few for you. If you are new to makeup and you just want to start out with a primer, I suggest starting out with this one because it's a fairly decent primer. I used it for a long time, even after I started really getting into makeup and knowing the differences. And you won't be able to see the name because it has rubbed off, but this is the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer, and I believe this is $1 or $2. I haven't purchased it in a while. But it comes with the doe foot applicator that looks like that. And it does have a little bit of pigment. And also, sometimes that's what you want. I didn't mention that in the beginning, but sometimes you do want a little bit of pigment. Something that sort of neutralizes your eyes. Like, if you have really dark lids, you want to sort of cancel out the darkness. Or if you just want an even base because you have uneven lids. So that one is a really good one. And it dries into a sort of powdery formula, and I actually really enjoy this one. Like I said, I think it's like $1 or $2, so you can't beat that one with the stick. Put it over here. Another inexpensive primer that I enjoy a little more in the winter than I do in the summer because it is a little more oily or liquidy for me, but it is a really good buy for your buck, and this is the I Heart Stage eyeshadow base from Essence Beauty. You can purchase Essence online, and if you're in the United States, you can purchase it in Ulta, I believe. I don't know anywhere else that you can purchase it. And this one also is really great for the base. Now, this one is creamier, as you guys can see, and it gives you a really good sort of base to work with, and it has a more of a tacky, like that one's already dried down into a sort of powder form. This one is going to stay a little tacky for the most part. And I believe it only comes, sorry, I believe it only comes in the one shade. Yeah. And this one's $2.99 or $3.99 at Ulta or on the Essence Online website. Okay, we'll go on to a few NYX primers. Actually, we're going to two. I got another one later. We'll just do these two right now. This one retails for, I believe, $5.99 or $6.99, and this is the NYX eyeshadow base. This one is creamy for me. It comes with, again, the doe foot applicator, and as you guys can see how it's sort of streaky, and it's going to dry a more clear, but as you guys can see, it's a little more creamy, and it gives you that sort of emollient finish. It does help your eyeshadows to stick, but it doesn't do the best thing for my creasing. See, as you guys can see, it'll give you that sheen, and it will stay that way for a little bit. Now, it feels a little silicone-y now, but I do remember this one being more creamy. And this one is the HD eyeshadow base. They have a few. Now, this one is the NYX base, and it's the waterproof one. I didn't feel like this one, honestly, guys, was any different than the other one. It's absolutely clear, as you guys can see, but if you see that, it's more like no. If you have dry lids, you're gonna love this one because it's like a liquidy one, like a oily one. It's an oily one, so it's going to nourish your lid, and it's going to give your eyeshadow something to stick to. And if you do have dry lids, then you're not going to crease with this one. So that's a good reason to have that one. But like I said, I have to figure out kind of when I want to wear these and what I want to wear them with. This one looks really good with shimmery eyeshadows, and like I said, it is waterproof. So if I'm going to be by the water or the beach or sorry, at a barbecue, or things like that, when I have parties and I'm sort of sweaty and hot because I'm running around, something like that with a shimmery sort of eyeshadow is going to work really, really well. The next one that I'm going to show you guys, I got from Queen of Blending. Like back when I watched Queen of Blending and she posted videos all the time, she used this LA Splash eyeshadow sealer and base, and it is waterproof. Now, LA Splash has great glitters too, and that's kind of what this one is really used for. They used to be sold in Ulta, like when I first got into makeup, and then Ulta took them off the shelves, but you can still find them online and in the LA area. I do know that. I'm not in the LA area, I'm in Ohio. I do know that though. But this one is the best for glitter. So like I used glitter last week, I definitely use this. It's a creamy sort of clear sealer, and it just sort of you put it on. I would do one lid at a time with this, put it on, and then stamp down your glitter, and it will keep your glitter where it needs to be without transferring to the upper lid, which is really, really important for glitter. And it comes with the doe foot applicator, and I want to say this one was around $7 or $8 if I remember correctly, and it has a really, really long handle for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but it has lasted me like 2.5 years. I mean, I know they probably have something on here telling you when to throw it away. 6 months. Well, so sorry. And if you guys didn't know, the little open container thing on the back of makeup lets you know how long you should keep it for. So this little symbol here, just a little quick sidebar. Oh, come on, focus for me. Focus. This little open symbol there. My camera sucks. It's not going to show you. But that there is the open, and it'll say like 12M, 18M. Those are the months. Okay, so the next few I'm going to show you are like more high-end. Let me get one non-high-end one out of the way. This is the Revolution makeup. That's the UK brand that is sort of all the rage now, that is now in Ulta, and everyone sort of knows about it. It used to be kind of exclusive, and now we can all get our hands on it. But Makeup Revolution, these eyeshadow primers were $3.99 a piece. They come in a tube like this. There are two of them. One is in the purple tube, and that's the shimmer one, I believe. And this one is in the, no, this one's the shimmer. So the brown one was the shimmer primer, and the purple one was the regular primer. The purple one I gave to my little sister because, I mean, she's 13. She has no idea. But there it is there. So it has a sort of a shimmery bit to it. And it feels a lot like lotion. It does dry a bit powdery, so that is a good deal. But these did absolutely nothing for me. So a good thing that they're $3.99. I do not suggest purchasing them. I would purchase the Elf eyeshadow base if you want a primer, because this one absolutely sucked. Not even worth it. So thumbs down for the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow primers. Not everything from them, because they are a good brand, but those aren't good. A couple of high-end ones that I really, really enjoy are two staples that everyone loves, and they have been battled before, and that is the Too Faced eyeshadow Too Faced Shadow Insurance, Tiara. Really, really good one. Nothing really bad to say about it, except for it's probably around 18 bucks, just like this one, which is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. The Urban Decay Primer Potion does have a lot more varieties. The Too Faced has like a glitter one and I believe a shimmer one, but this one has like an anti-aging one, a skin tone one, the Eden, all of them. They're really, really good. They retail for about $18. You can find them on sale, on flash sales, or use coupons if you shop at Ulta. They're really, really good. Nothing really bad to say about them. But if you are not in the market and now the market just keeps expanding as far as drugstore and what drugstore is doing. So if you are not in the market to be shopping for $18 primers, then you might not want these. But if you're wondering if they're worth the money, yeah, they absolutely are. They work fantastic. You won't be disappointed with either of them. This one, the name has rubbed off, and even though I hate it, I did use it, and you guys are like, really, you used it all, but you hate it. This is the Lorac Behind the Scenes eyeshadow primer, and yeah, I used it because I felt like, okay, I'm gonna keep trying this. I love the Lorac eyeshadow palettes. These, if you buy a Lorac palette, this usually comes with it. It is completely worthless. Absolutely worthless. I honestly don't even know why I still have it. I obviously I used it to the bone. You can't even see all of the Lorac that was on there, but at least you know I gave it a good college go. But it was one of those ones, like the Makeup Revolution, that did absolutely nothing for my lids. Oh, it's dried out. It won't even come out of here. Yeah, it's terrible. I would not spend my money. I believe that this one is like $30 or like $28 or something like that in Ulta. I would not spend my money on the Lorac Behind the Scenes. I've seen people that say they love it. I absolutely hate it. No. Another one that I spent a ton of money on and absolutely just was super underwhelmed is the Too Faced Benefit Stay Don't Stray eyeshadow primer. You get a lot. Now this bad boy here is like 28 bucks. You get a lot for 28 bucks, but and again, it has the doe foot applicator, but it just doesn't, and it is skin toned or nude color. That's it there. It just didn't do the job. Like, I got one of these in a little sample, and the sample was bomb. Like, it was fantastic. It was in a little pump, and it just smoothed out my eye, and it was great. My eyeshadow looked great. I bought this, and it didn't do the same thing. Now, I can tell, since I haven't used it in a while, that it has dried out some. So maybe it works better when it's a little bit drier, because I do like how it feels on my hand right now. So maybe I'll give it another try. Maybe it's like mascara. It needs to dry out a little bit. But honestly, if I'm paying $18 or $28 for something, I need it to work right out of the tube. I don't need to be twerking it to get it to work. So yeah, the Benefit Stay Don't Stray was a thumbs down for me, and I'm very, very sad that I spent my money on that when I could have bought something else. My favorite by far primer throughout this whole video is going to be this one, the Milani eyeshadow primer. It is comparable to the Too Faced Shadow Insurance and the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and it's like half the price, if not less than half the price. This is like $7 at any drugstore. Now, you don't get a lot for $7, but this bad boy has lasted me quite some time, and it has let me know that I don't need to purchase an expensive eyeshadow primer. I absolutely love this one. I know a lot of YouTubers that swear by this, and it's absolutely great. It does have it comes in a little squeezy tube, and it does have a sort of skin toned consistency to it, and it does stay mostly tacky, but I do absolutely love it. It's great. It's great for the money. And I recently not recently, but over the while, I have gained weight, and my lids have become like hooded. They didn't used to be, and I had problems with creasing. This remedied that. So if you have problems with creasing, try the Milani eyeshadow primer for like $7 or $8. You won't be disappointed. The last primers I'm going to show you guys are pot primers, which are like the thicker consistency primers. This is the NYX eyeshadow base in nude. This one is and they do have different colors. There's a black one, a white one, and a nude one. And there it is there. This one is great for sort of if you're going to work with very, very vibrant colors and you want a nuded out eye base, this one's great. You do have to be careful to put too much product on as to not have your eyeshadow crease, but this one's really, really good, and it's only like $5.99 at Ulta or wherever NYX stuff is sold. It's fantastic. Again, the same thing I feel like is the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. You guys have probably seen this a million times. If you are in the summer or anytime, if you're a girl that wears really, really bright eyeshadow colors, then this bad boy is for you. That one's like $4.99 or $5.99, and you can depot it. You can like microwave it, and it sort of melts into a pot. I've done that with another one that I have, and it works great. It's just great for if you want your eyeshadow color to look exactly like it looks in the pan, and for some reason it didn't when you put it on your eye, that is what you want to use. This one, oh, and that, did I say that was like $4 or $5.99? Because it is. This one is one of my favorites. I have been using, this has been my ride or die for like a year now, and this is the LA Girl Pro Primer. And they have 3 colors, black, white, and nude. And it comes in a little stick, which is super convenient, especially if you're traveling, or just, you know, if you're just a girl that doesn't want to use a brush for everything. And see, it sort of cancels out the color in your hand. Fantastic. Absolutely love this one. And the best thing about this primer is that it's like $2. Like, you can't beat it being $2. Last primer that I'm going to show you, last but not least, is super recent to my collection. It is the most recent of primers that I'm going to show you today, but I have fell in love with it, and it is the City Color eyeshadow primer, and I believe it only comes in 1 color, and it's in a little pot like this, and this bad boy is great. I don't crease with it. I don't have issues with it. It's creamy, and then it dries to sort of a powdery finish, and my eyeshadows look vibrant, they look great, and they don't crease. And I want to say I paid no more than $3 for this, maybe $3.50, but no more than that. So it is super cheap. And what I do is I just take one of my duo fiber brushes, BH Cosmetics brushes, and I put it in there, and then I just sort of groundwork my eye, and this one's fantastic. So I hope that this video was informative to you guys. If you have any questions about any primers that I showed you in this video that I didn't go into detail with, or I didn't say a price because I forgot, or I didn't tell you if it creased or not, or if I loved it or hated it, please comment down below. I absolutely love it. I live for my YouTube subbies and my channel. And yeah, so I'm gonna do a few more product raves because today is December 10th. This video will be uploaded on the 11th. I'm gonna do 2 product raves, and then it will be best of 2016 welcoming 2017. Until next time, guys, stay beautiful. Peace, YouTube.